Attention, bobsled riders! You will soon be embarking on a thrilling podcast down the icy slopes of the Matterhorn. So please remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the bobsled at all times. Auf Wiedersehen! Hello, Yodelers! We are the Matterhorn Yodelers. I am your host today, Peter, with my co-host,
Chief
and
Jackie.
And back again is
Mark.
That's right. We're back again for a part 2. It's been a long week, right?
Oh, so
it's
long.
Been such
Yeah.
a long time
since
our last recording. It's been so long. So for those that do not know, and from our last episode last week, we Jackie and Mark were talking about their one-day adventure at Walt Disney World as a prelude to their cruise line adventure. And so we're back with the continuation of their vacation journey.
You're the first one in the Yodeler group to go on a cruise.
Yeah.
On a Disney cruise.
There was a point where we were really close. Me and my wife, we were about to do
really
it.
Close. Then COVID hit.
Then COVID hit, and there was all the restrictions and things like that. And we were like, you know what? We're just gonna go to Disneyland instead. So, and then that turned into our entire family, my wife's family, coming and joining us on that trip. So that turned into an adventure all in itself. So, tell us about your journey. So you were staying at Pop Century.
Yeah, so we stayed at Pop Century, but kind of before that, how we set up our cruise is I went through a travel agent.
Yeah, which one did you go through?
It was like Small World,
World
vacations or something like
Okay.
that. I reached out to a few travel agents just to get pricings and stuff.
And this is not really conventional anymore to get a travel agent. Everyone's like, I'll do it myself through Expedia or something
And
like
the
that.
thing is, it's not extra. It's completely free to you. And they do basically all the work and the pricing and so I reached out to a few different travel agents just to see who would get me the better deal. We went with Small World Vacations or something like that. Got us a fairly decent deal.
Yeah, it was it was less than I was expecting to pay for a Disney cruise.
Yeah.
And especially for the room type we got, which was a veranda.
Yep, we did.
You got a veranda?
Yeah.
Nice.
And
it was only it was like $400 more than just like a port.
I don't even
Cold
know.
View?
I don't think it was even 400 more.
It was
I think it was like 200.
Yeah,
more.
and
It
so
wasn't much.
And so we're just like, let's just upgrade to a veranda.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and our attitude was, this is our first cruise ever.
Right.
And so we thought, well, if we're going to do a cruise, let's do a Disney cruise.
Because we might not like it.
In case we don't like it.
That's always
But now
been
you
my
can't
point of
even
view.
go down.
Now we can't go down.
That's one thing. You're always going to
You start at the top, and it's hard to come back. Yep.
It's a true statement. It really is. And one of the nice features that through our travel agent was we got a $50 credit through our travel agent that we could use on board. Which,
Right.
I mean, $50 isn't much.
What'd
but
you use it on?
Mickey bar? No.
How many Mickey bars? One. Why? Because that's all I ate.
It's just put on your account, and so they just take it. So it went towards excursions or
Right. So
or something.
on the cruise, there's a running tab that's basically what's charged to your room, and so that's where the credit came out of.
Yeah.
And so we actually charged a few things to the room, basically excursions we went on, and
food.
I think it was also just our reservation that we made. That came off of it. So anyway, we'll get to that point too. But yeah.
And then one of the nice features about the travel agent was after we booked the cruise with the travel agent, we didn't add transportation because I just didn't know what we were going to do because I hadn't booked our flights yet. So once I figured out our transportation, I wanted to book our transportation from the hotel to the boat.
To the port.
Through Disney, just to make it easy. And so I was like, I'll just call Disney myself and just add it because there was no way to add it online, which I thought was a little annoying. So I tried to call. I called on like a Sunday or something, and it was like, it's going to be an hour wait.
Why Disney making you hold on the phone?
And I was like, I've got time. The whole music was Disney. I was doing something else. I was like, that's fine. I'll wait. So I waited an hour, and then it comes up, and they're like, your wait time now is 2 hours. And I was like, I'm done. And so that's when I emailed the travel agent. I go, hey, can we add transportation? She goes, yeah, I'll do it on my next call with Disney. And so she did
that's
it.
What they do. They like get in and they like change a bunch of like reservations with one phone call.
Probably.
Well, that saved us a lot of stress.
Yeah, it did.
Because it's just like, oh, how are we going to get to the port from the park?
It is additional. It's like around $40 or $70 per person.
That's nothing. I would do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, just to save you the headache.
And like Disney just takes care of you. It's just it's nice.
And when you book when you figure out like the transportation through Disney, they actually take your luggage from the resort, load it up, and you don't even worry about it, and it's there for you when you get on the cruise.
Yeah.
And
nice.
So
yeah,
that was another like really nice
stateroom.
perk. Yeah. Yeah.
So then, as far as transportation information, you don't know when they're gonna pick you up.
Right.
Until the night before. So we were at the park all day. We came back, and I'm like, I hope there's information about our pickup and stuff, and there was a letter in our room.
Oh, good.
Going over. So our pickup time at our resort was at like 7:30 in the morning.
Right.
Which was pretty early. I wasn't expecting it to be that early.
Yeah, because our departure wasn't until 10:30, right?
Oh, like
our boarding group.
Our boarding group, like the soonest was like 10:30. I was thinking we wouldn't be there till like 12.
Yeah.
So yeah, morning of. You meet in, like, the lobby area, and there's, like, cruise line people there checking you in.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mark said, with your luggage, you just put luggage tags on there, and the, bellman will pick it up. And we had to leave our room before the bellman even came.
Right.
So that was a little nerve-wracking, because you're just like... I hope they come to our room.
Right. And another thing that was important is that we needed to bring a carry-on with us.
Yeah, so anything that you need for that day, like, you want to pack it with you. So
like
medication, airbrush.
If you want to go swimming, you need to bring your swimsuits.
Yeah, because you won't have access to your suitcase until basically...
They don't have the nude hour?
Disney Cruise Line After Dark.
Goofy. Yeah. So then we get checked in. We get on the bus. The trip was like an hour.
It was a little hour, a little more than an hour.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad too because like they had like trivia, they had like TVs and they had trivia and cartoons.
And you nailed it every single one, right?
There were some hard ones.
There were some
like specific cruise line trivia,
okay.
and you're just like, I don't know.
If you don't know the cruise line, you don't know the cruise line. Yep.
Yeah.
So we get there, and with Disney, you do have to get COVID tested once you're there.
Vaccinated or not.
You
have to get COVID tested.
Regardless of your status, you do have to get COVID tested. So you're taken to the tent where you get tested. They do the test, and then you get carried to you go to a different tent and you wait. Right. And they email you the results, which is like the most nerve-wracting, like...
Oh, yeah.
It's like when you take an AIDS test, you're like, there's no reason for me to have AIDS, but you're like waiting around going, what if I do have AIDS? What do I do? You're just like, it's not really, like, it's just such a weird feeling being in that kind of purgatory of, like, waiting.
The whole time building up to the vacation, I was like, do you have any symptoms?
You start questioning, like, there's really no reason why I should be questioning what's going on here.
And, we got our test results 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
But the boat wasn't ready, so we just had to
chill
wait
out and
in the
wait.
tent.
Yeah.
That's what I've been told, is that like that first day when you're waiting to get on the boat, you need to be very patient.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like they do have like a cartoon going on, but it's like sound is off. So if you do have kids, I recommend bringing like a little activity or something to do while you're waiting to get on, because it might be a little while. Before
Yeah,
you
we
get on
were
the boat.
probably in the tent for like an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all air conditioned and stuff. It's not bad, but it's boring.
It's boring.
There was one moment where like one person of the team like calls one family to like leave the tent, and you're like, were they negative?
He was sneezing up a storm.
You're like, and they're walking. It's like the walk of shame too.
Please leave.
I'm clean! I'm
Can
clean!
you imagine what the Seven Dwarfs did to Sneeze? They're like, get out, get out. We've got Coach Sneezy.
Yep. So then they go, oh, okay, you can go to the port, like
Port entry?
yeah,
I don't remember.
the waiting hall area.
Yeah.
Before you enter on the boat, and that's where you go through security. They check your passports, all of that. I mean, it's similar if you travel international.
Mhm.
Basically,
Customs.
yeah, customs.
It's
same
pretty
process.
similar to when you're going through security at the airport.
Yeah. Security did pull us over.
They were so like serious.
They
with
were
us. It's like,
really serious with us. They found something in our bag.
Oh
They're
boy.
like-
Yeah.
sir,
How many
Sir.
ounces were in that water bottle?
sir, are you aware that you have a whistle in your bag? We're like, what? You have a whistle in your bag. That can't go on the boat.
And I was like, oh crap, there's a whistle in our bag. Like, accidentally left a old whistle. Like, it just like a
survival whistle.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
just like an old whistle I got when I was a bellman.
You have
Yeah.
to go over here now, and you have to check it in before you get on the boat.
Yeah, and so
He was
like,
just so
the
serious
security
about
guy
it.
was so serious, and then we go over to the cast member, and she's like, oh, okay, you have a whistle, and she puts in this envelope, fill this in, and we're laughing about the whole situation. We're like, you can literally throw it away.
Don't lie.
That's always my favorite. Like at one point for airport security, like I had like a little water bottle that had just like that much liquid in it, just like less than an inch of water in the water bottle, and they're all like, you can't take this through with security. Okay, we'll throw it away. You don't want this? No, just throw away the bottle. I don't need it. Just get rid of it. Like, and they're always like, are you sure you don't want this? And I'm like, am I going to be allowed on the plane? Like, what are you asking me?
I want to put on my shoes, sir. My pants are falling down. Can I put on a belt?
Yeah.
Oh.
And so we had to check our whistle, and they gave us a ticket, and they're like, okay.
Did you redeem it to get it back, or did you leave it?
We left
We
it.
left it.
There's one happy person on that boat who's like, I got me a whistle. On the boat.
It's like we literally did not know we had it, and we didn't care we had it, and it's just like, just get rid of it. We just want to get on the boat.
Yeah, they're like, keep this ticket, and then you can use it to retrieve
Redeem your
it.
contraband.
We totally lost the ticket, and I'm like, Mark's like, should we go? I'm like, nah, I don't care.
You should have thrown it away when you left.
It's like, oh, thank you. Shred.
But sir, how are you going to know about your whistle?
It's like, I guess I won't.
I guess I won't have
So-
a whistle anymore.
We did get caught with a whistle.
There must have been a guy with a gun before you got on there where they had like
I don't
this high
know.
alert stressful situation. And then they're like, they open it up. Oh, really? More contraband. I see what's going on here. Rule the rules. Follow them.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, so funny. Yep, so then we're waiting in the, like, welcome area. There's, like, a guest service area if you need to, like, talk to anybody in guest service. There's, like, a model of the boat.
They have some nice bathrooms there.
They got bathrooms. They have vending machines. They have, like, a viewing outside area where you can, like, view the boat.
Take pictures.
Take pictures.
Yeah.
They have, like, a photographer to, like, take your picture in front of a picture of the boat. It's like your, like, pre-boarding picture. I don't know.
Yeah.
Were there good maps of the boat? Did you feel like you could orient yourself around the boat pretty easily?
Oh,
On the boat.
yeah, on the boat. It took us like a day to get used to it.
Even then, it was still kind of hard. Like, I would forget that I was in the
The
front,
first day
the
was
back.
super overwhelming.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Everyone's out.
A lot of people are everywhere. Like, though the thing was, cast members were everywhere, and so you could easily go up and ask.
Right.
Because it's my understanding, because like when you first get on the boat, you can't go to your room. So like nobody's
they say
in
your
room.
room's not available till 2, which is not always true. I think our room was like available sooner, but they don't tell you when your room's available.
They just kind of make an announcement. You can go to your room now.
They just say your room will be available at 2. But I saw some people go to their room earlier.
And basically, it's just like once your luggage is there, they put the key cards in an envelope and put it on your door.
Yeah.
And so as soon as that's there, you can grab your key and go into the room, put your luggage away. Which, like, normally when we do a trip, we'll just keep everything in our luggage. There's no room for that. You have to, I would recommend just unloading everything, hanging it up in the closet, unpack everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's, like, it's a nice room.
There's
but
lots of storage.
There's not a lot of room to walk around.
Leave a piece of luggage out.
Open. Yeah.
So we just stuck our suitcases underneath the bed after we unpacked, and yeah. But going back.
Yeah, so when we get on the boat, they announce your name, the boat,
Welcome, the Bowers!
Yeah.
And you get like 3 people clapping.
Yeah.
Yay!
Welcome to the boat!
And then they rush you off and they're like, okay, go to your safety drill, like, area.
Right.
And so, but at that time, like, you don't have to go to your safety drill right away.
You could just die on the boat when it sinks. You skipped the meeting. Go back to your room and lock the door. And do what the old people did in Titanic and just sink, alright? You don't even get to go outside and do the Jack and Rose, like, freeze to death. It's like, it's the Caribbean, alright? Let's not kid ourselves.
There's no icebergs out here. It's May.
Though the safety drill is really easy, you just want to make sure, like, you have the app downloaded and
ready to go.
And they give you instructions of when you get on the boat, like, you log into their Wi-Fi and go on airplane mode and stuff like that. So you just want to make sure you do that. I would say, like, right when you get on the boat. And then you go to the safety drill and basically you take a picture of a sign on the app and the person there marks you off a list and then you're free. Yeah. So it was like literally 30 seconds.
Yeah, not long at all.
And then we were hungry.
Yeah, so we went to go eat at Animator's Palette.
Yeah, so they tell you to go to the buffet on deck 11. And that's where you go. But I just knew from my previous research that you can also go to a sit-down restaurant and eat lunch there.
Which was super nice after our trip to Disney World.
So, I mean, there's benefits to both. Mm-hmm. The sit-down is just going to take longer compared to the buffet. So if you want to, like, go and get going, you have kids, just want to jump in the pool, buffet is probably a good option. They have lots of options, but it was just nice to get away, go to Animator Palette.
It's
quiet.
Oh my gosh, the service is incredible. So, we're not fancy people. But we get there, we check, we go in.
How many folks were on your table?
It was just us two.
It was just us two.
And like we get to the table, the waiter pulls out the chair for you. They get the napkin. They
put it on.
They put it around your neck and tie it? Was it plastic?
Was there a lobster? Yeah.
Sebastian was there?
But it's really cool because they give you recommendations of what they recommend to eat, what to order. And I didn't feel comfortable at first, but you're allowed to order whatever you want off the menu, and you can get all you want.
Yeah, you can order multiple entrees, appetizers, multiple desserts. You do whatever you want, really.
So, like, the first time I ordered, I didn't order, like, a soup or a salad. I just got, like, an appetizer, entree, and dessert. But from then on, I made sure I tried to at least get like a 4-course meal just to try multiple things.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. I had a nice big like steak.
Yeah. Yeah, so after we ate, we explored the ship. At that time, it was a lot of open houses, so it was our time because we're just 2 adults, and so we can't go in the kids area during
Why is
normal
that?
hours.
No.
And so it was our time to go to the kids area. So
Right.
we went to the teen lounge area, which, by the way, they put like all the way at the end of the boat, like hidden.
It is
Put the
really
teenagers in the deepest, darkest
Yeah,
corner of the
they
boat.
really do.
Like, you're going
affect
through, like,
everybody else's trip.
the
Please.
ship's interior where all like the workmen work.
Yeah.
And then you get see this like vibe lounge.
little sign that says like the vibe.
And you
Luca's
go in,
uncle comes out. You can come with me and eat whale carcass.
Really, we should.
but like when you get into the teen club, it's really cool. It's like they have these really
I wish
cool
they had it
lights.
for the adults. It was so cool.
They have a separate like movie area with a bunch of lounge pillows.
They have like a food area too for the kids, I think.
Oh yeah, where they can order their own food.
Yeah.
They have their own pool.
Yeah, they have their own
And
pool.
then they have their own like arcade, whereas like they have like, you know, Guitar Hero, Pac-Man, and then they also have like a Switch. So, like if you brought your Switch, you can just plug it in and play
Oh,
like
that's
Mario
cool.
Kart.
You can bring your own. They have their own Switch dock. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how come we don't get this as adults? I want to play Mario Kart on a
I was
boat.
what it's like. They're really underestimating their you know their audience right now with
Right.
adults. Like a lot of people have Switches and play them now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was really cool. I was like, I kind of wish they had this or they closed it off to the teens and let the adults play for like a day or something.
I want to play some Mario Kart.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So that was really cool, and then we checked out like
The younger kids area.
younger kids area, which was really big. So on a normal cruise ship, this would be like where the casino would be.
Right.
And so they put like a giant kids area where they have like a Toy Story room, a Star Wars room.
Like the Star Wars room was like the Millennium Falcon cockpit. And I was
Yeah.
just like,
Whoa.
I want this. I want to sit in the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, and
There was
then
a Peter Pan
they
area.
have like a little dance party area, and then they have like this huge area for like crafts and art projects and science experiments, and it's just like you just see this and you're like, this is made for kids. Like
Right.
this would be kids would just have a blast. And it's great for adults because adults you just like, drop them off, you get like a little band, and then you leave them there.
Oh gosh.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Sounds wonderful.
To
Shut
be
up and
fair-
take my money.
To be fair, if there's any problems, they do have there's a messaging app on the app,
They
and so
can message
they
you.
can message you and get you to come pick up your kids if
So
they're
you
having a
think
problem.
airplane mode. Not my problem.
Yeah. They do have a nursery that you can pay for little babies.
For the little ones, yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's been closed since COVID.
Oh, has it?
It's
So that
it wasn't-
hasn't-
it
that
wasn't-
hasn't come
It
back
has
yet.
not
Okay.
opened up.
Yeah.
That's a liability if they're.
Yeah.
Right.
We did go to the spa area open
Oh my
house.
gosh. Yeah.
And part of that is because in my research, I knew that they offer specials
For
on
couples, yeah.
open house days. And so I was curious what the special was. And the special was like you have unlimited access to the rainforest room.
So like the sauna or something?
The saunas, the hot tubs, the
They had like these rock seats that were heated.
heated, the special showers
so
and
good.
stuff. And like you can come and go whenever.
Mm-hmm.
And it was reasonably priced. I think it was like, I don't know, like around $140 for both of us.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad.
$1.40. That's a
$1.40.
That's a great deal.
That's a great deal.
To be clear, it was $114.
Okay.
So those are great deals. So I would say, like, if that's something you're interested in, like, definitely check it out. I know after, like, the open house, they just offered, like, day passes. So you could just do a day pass.
Right. One of us did use the spa at least once each of the days that we were there.
Yeah.
And so...
It was nice.
It was very nice. We can go into detail later, but...
It was probably one of our favorite things on the ship, was the spa.
Kids weren't allowed there.
Yeah.
Were the kids really a factor in your experience on the boat? Were they like...
No.
So the main pool area, it was a lot. It's a lot up there because kids are just... There's a lot of kids up there.
Big kids. But...
There's very limited, like, family pool areas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But there are a lot of adult-only pool. Like, there's like, an adult pool, right?
Yeah, there's only
Yeah.
one adult pool, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good place to hide out if you wanted some quiet.
Yeah.
That's the nude beach portion of the cruise ship. No.
Well, the nice thing about the adult area is it's right next to the ice cream machine.
It is. So you
And,
grab your ice cream and you go to the adult area.
and there's 4 tiny little pickup restaurants where they have the pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads. So it's just like if you wanted to, you could just pick up a few slices of pizza, go to the adult area, and watch the ocean, which is one of the things I did.
Yeah.
Seems relaxing.
Yeah.
So relaxing. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I think also one of our favorite thing that we did on our first day was we went on deck 4 and they just have loungers and you could go outside and we just like sat outside as we disembarked.
Oh,
And it was
really
cool just to see land go away as like you're going out in the ocean.
Yeah.
That is an interesting thing to leave land.
Yeah.
I've done it before on not a cruise.
Right.
But
It was a different circumstance, I'm sure.
yeah, we were going to Korea. We were preparing for war.
Yeah. So they did a disembark show party.
Ooh, that was cheese on cheese on cheese. Oh, it was,
We didn't finish watching it because we were just like, okay, this is more for the kids.
it was like high level cheerleader
Dancing, cartwheels, what have you.
Over-enthusiasm.
Yeah. it
Are
was
you
just-
guys ready to go on a cruise?
And then they bring out characters and they do the dancing, and you're just like, I'm sure kids enjoyed it, but for us adults, we're just like, where's the ice cream?
You
Yeah.
I should have gone to Legoland.
So it wasn't our favorite show.
No.
So,
All the other shows we went to were fantastic.
So
but
if you're going on an adult-only cruise, probably could skip it.
yeah.
We ate Royal Palace.
That night,
So
yeah.
I actually want to ask you
Yeah.
about when it comes to, because I've always been told you go on the cruise, all the food is free.
Yeah.
Is there some food that's not free?
Yes. So,
Yeah.
but those are restaurants that are reservation only.
Okay.
And then there's Vanellope's, which is like a gelato candy shop.
that one they charge you for.
That'd be dangerous. Like, all the free candy.
I mean, it's the same candy you would get in a park, Disney park.
Okay.
And then
Right.
the gelato, they have like specialty like bakery items.
Okay.
We looked at it, nothing looked like,
It didn't jump out at us.
nothing
You
looked
enjoy
amazing.
good foodie, food for, to eat. And
It was pretty food. That's what it was.
It's
Instagram.
pretty clearly
Yeah.
marked what you have to pay for and what you don't pay for. And again, if you wanted alcohol on
Yeah.
the cruise,
Yeah.
that costs money.
Any like canned drinks or bottle drinks.
That's right.
Are you have to pay for.
Right. So that was something that I didn't realize.
Or
when
popcorn.
We went to our
Popcorn,
first show.
really?
You have to pay for popcorn.
And I didn't realize that they charged us for it. And so I asked, oh, do you want popcorn and a drink? I'm like, yeah, I'll have a popcorn and a Coke. And they're like, oh, what's your room number? Oh,
That'll be $48.
It's like already too late. And you're like, I don't want to back out.
Yeah. So
it wasn't like out, like
it's like
crazy
movie theater
yeah,
pricing.
It is.
So
they did offer the like, oh, for the popcorn you could get the popcorn bucket, and then a refill's like $1.50 or something like that, which we probably would have done, but we didn't want the popcorn bucket like to carry that around.
Yeah, you can. You put your whistle in there, but you don't want to
so if you
That way, when you go to the airport, they're like, "What's this? More contraband? I see. A popcorn bucket."
So if you want to go to a show and not pay for extra, just go up to the top deck, grab a cup, fill up with the free fountain drink, grab a snack, and go down.
And you can bring your own cups. A lot of people brought their own cups to fill up the fountain drinks because the cups they give you for the fountain drinks are like little cups.
Like
They're
water
tiny.
cups, the courtesy cups that you can
Yeah.
have water, and it's like a little like half shot glass. Here's your water.
Yeah,
Oh, I need more.
mean, it's a small cup, but so you can bring your own cups, and it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So that would be a recommendation to pack cups.
Or just like
Or
you
get
know,
the resort
a bottle.
cup. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you're at
resort
the
cup,
if
yeah.
you're staying at the resort, you can just pick up those resort cups.
Yeah.
And then you can, even if you're in the theater, you can bring food down there. They don't really care.
Right.
I mean, you probably should take your plate away.
how was the
but-
water?
Like water was
like,
great
Was it good water?
because they had it in the fountain drink section. You could get water from there.
Yeah, it was
or
good
or you
water.
could buy a bottle of water.
Yeah.
But no,
I
the water,
even had water from the sink, and I didn't have a problem with it.
yeah.
It was probably all from the same source. So,
So-
yeah.
I mean, like just again, bring a water bottle, a reusable water bottle, and just fill up. Especially when you go on excursions, so that way you have some water to drink. And again, you can get drinks at the excursions, but they usually charge you for because it's got to come in a can or a water bottle.
Yeah.
So.
Other than that, everything else was pretty much.
Like, you can get by without spending extra money on food.
We never did this, but I knew, the coffee. Like, there's a specialty coffee shop. That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
included. You have to pay for, like, specialty coffees.
for
Like,
their Joffreys. Is it Joffreys?
no, it's a different
Okay.
brand or whatnot. But, like, if you want an espresso or, like, anything like a latte or something like that, you have to pay for that. But I guess they have, like, little pastries and stuff in there. In the coffee shop, you don't have to pay for those.
Interesting. Okay.
Again, it's just like, if you're in doubt, just ask, and they'll tell you. And
You'd be like, "What's
Yeah.
your room number?" I was stowaway. Room number F248.
that's another thing. We had a hard time memorizing our room
We
number.
did.
So maybe if you, like, write it down somewhere. So that,
Write it on your hand on the
'cause
first
they're,
day.
They're going to ask you a lot, and, you know, it's a good idea to know your room number, and especially if you ever have to go to guest services, which we did have to do because I was having issues with my account again on the cruise. So I had to go get that fixed there too. So yeah, memorize your phone number, your room number, or write it down somewhere.
Yeah. But like the overall rotational dining, we'll just kind of go over a brief overview.
Yeah.
All really good food.
Oh yeah. So our first night that we ate, I was gonna order some pasta, and the waiter was like, "I'm sorry, sir, but I don't think you're gonna like that. I recommend this other dish. I recommend the duck." And I'm like, "I don't know. I kind of want pasta." He's like, but I folded. I was like, "Okay, fine. I'll get the duck." And so when he comes out to bring out the food, he brought out the duck and the pasta. He's like, "I brought out the pasta just in case you want to try it. And I don't think you're going to like it, but just have a taste of it." And then, so I was like, okay. I tasted the pasta, hated it.
It was like super dry.
Why was... So I guess this is he knew the pasta was bad, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing is, the waiters work hard for those tips.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so they know the food really well, and they will give you recommendations before you place in your order, and really listen to them.
Yeah.
They're not just giving you like this the food that's about to expire.
I always say that. Today's special is about to expire tomorrow. Please buy at this reduced price. Suckers!
No.
Well, it also is just like you're not paying for it, so there's no like incentive for them to sell you on like a really expensive dish.
Because most of the time they just reuse the food in the morning or the buffets at lunch.
But I was just like, that really was like, okay, so if you want to try multiple things for entrees, ask for it. And I say follow like the recommendations. Well, just like, they make good recommendations.
And your waiter's your same waiter the entire trip.
Right.
So it's rotational dining and he stays with you. You have your waiter and then your assistant waiter. And it's funny because you're like, if you ask your head waiter for like a drink or something, they'll be like, oh, the assistant will get it. So you have to like know what their role is.
Right.
And stuff because they're like,
Not my job.
yeah, basically.
Not my job.
Well,
Can't make me do it.
They'll also like figure out, oh, Mark likes Coke. So I'll be like, oh, do you want another Coke, sir? Or, when you're first ordering, or... And in some cases, they'll even like have it out there waiting for you.
Yeah.
And one thing I do know, Disney does have a very great reputation when it comes to if you have any like sort of allergies.
Yes.
They ask that.
They ask
day
you
one.
on your day one, any food allergies, anything you don't like or anything.
Right. Right. And that was one of the things too, is like we don't drink. And so that was one of the things they told us. And so like, they would give us recommendations of non-alcoholic options. Mm-hmm. And so.
And those are, of course, are additional.
Yeah, if you wanted to buy alcohol, yeah. And so...
Or the specialty non-alcoholic.
Like, the waiters,
yeah.
the best customer service ever. And then at the end of each meal, our waiter would do, like, little brain teasers with, like, crayons and stuff. And so it's like, oh, how do you do, like, 1 + 1 and move 2 crayons to make it equal 5 or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That type of thing.
Kind of the match.
And he did magic tricks. And
it was just fun.
So, like, they work really hard for those tips. So that's one thing. It's like, come prepared to tip your waiters well.
Bring cash.
Sorry, I'm European. I don't tip anybody.
Well, and the thing is, if you don't bring cash, that's fine. You could go to guest service and you can.
They'll charge you.
They'll charge your account.
Do they accept Mickey money or the Disney money from the 90s?
They better. From my understanding, that money's still valid. So the Mickey dollars, the Disney dollars.
Yeah.
So overall, food was really great.
Yeah.
It pushes you like to like try new things. So I had like escargot and like lots of fish.
Yeah. Like I'm not a fan of seafood, but I decided for one appetizer to try this tuna tower. It had tuna and guacamole, and it was delicious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that I was just like, man, I wish I would have tried more new things earlier on this trip because
it's included.
It's included, and I mean, if you don't like it, just ask for something else.
Yeah.
And if you want to just go eat pizza, go out and get a bunch of pizza.
And like we didn't do this, but like say you're at one night at like Animator Palette, but you really want something from Royal Palace menu, you could order that because it's all through the same kitchen.
Like
the kitchen is all connected, yeah.
So if you're like, oh, I really want this one appetizer again, they'll give it to you.
Yeah. So, I mean, just like when you're dealing with food, it's just like, remember you're on vacation? Calories don't count.
Yeah.
Although, when I got back from the trip, I was 5 pounds heavier.
I lost weight.
There you go.
Yeah. So the food was definitely a big thing. Then, so right from like the first night, they have shows each night.
Yeah, so each night they have different shows in their main theaters.
So what were the main shows that they had?
So we had, the first night was a magic show.
It was the Comedian Magic Show.
Yeah.
Second night they did the Golden Mickey, which we actually missed that one.
Yeah.
And then they had, I forget her name, but she's
like a Broadway
singer. But she worked, she was Dory in the first Finding Nemo show at the parks.
Yeah.
And from the Finding Nemo
she
the
was
musical.
the opening cast.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, she was
She,
I was like, you probably saw
I
it.
saw her several times.
And she had a really sweet story.
Oh, she was one. I liked her a lot more than the magician.
Yeah, she would sing All This Time. Is it All This Time or it's Tangled?
What's the main Tingle song?
Once I See the Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I See the Light. Yeah, and she told the story about when that was the first song she sang to her daughter.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, it's so sweet. Totally changes the meaning of the song, but it was great. And then they also had Beauty and the Beast, which was incredible.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast was the last night.
Was it like Hollywood Studios Beauty and the Beast, or was this like...
So it's based off of the live action
Okay.
show. It's funny because, you have to cut down because it's only like an hour and like 10-minute show on the ship. And so Cogsworth is not in the show.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's Lumiere, Mrs. Potts, and Chip.
Chip is
He bubbles.
sound. He's a sound.
And then
Child labor laws. Gotcha.
And then
You will be on this boat if you live, and you will entertain people while they eat shellfish.
And then it was the duster, and then it was just a small stage, but I was so impressed of how amazing of a show it was because there was a lot of dancing, a lot of singing, and this last night was really rocky.
It was rocky.
They you could not tell they're on a rocky boat.
I mean, when we're walking out on the boat, we're like going left and right like crazy. So
Yeah. It was just so impressive, and standing ovation at the end. It was just incredible.
yeah.
So
High quality Disney entertainment.
oh yeah,
I've
for
heard
sure.
good things that the entertainment
Yeah.
is good.
So if you're gonna miss a show, don't miss that show
Yeah.
because that is the highlight. That was like pretty much the highlight of the.
And granted, every cruise has different shows and things
Right.
like that, so keep that in mind. Not all the boats will have Beauty and the Beast.
Right.
Yeah. And we missed Golden Mickey because we were eating at the adult restaurant Paulo, which you do pay additional. It's like $45 per person for a preset menu, but you do have an a la carte option where you could just order whatever.
This was even bougier than like the other restaurants.
Oh yeah, it was
It's just
super nice.
Super nice.
I would hope so.
Did they have a dress code?
They had
Yes.
a dress code.
Oh, really?
So like I had to wear
A collar
a
shirt.
collared shirt and khakis. Jackie had to wear a dress. Well,
Not a dress, but just like
dress up.
a nice attire.
Yeah.
You look like you need to wear a dress.
So this wasn't even like the nicest restaurant on the boat because like
The nicest is Remy's, which is really, really bougie.
black tie, wearing a suit.
A
for
suit
men.
jacket.
Yeah, and we weren't that bougie.
Yeah.
But the food there, it definitely was a step up. My only recommendation, if you do a reservation, keep in mind it's going to be a much more relaxed and longer. And that's the reason why we missed the Golden Mickey show, because our reservation was for at 6 o'clock.
It was 7.
It was, it was at 7. And so
the show was like at 8:15.
What is
Yeah.
it Central Time?
Oh.
I'm just messing with
Oh.
you. Like 8-7 Central Time. You're like, wait a second, I'm on a boat. What is my time zone?
And I think we were there until like almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah, around
8:30,
there,
8:45.
yeah.
But it was really good. It was very tasty.
Yeah. Do you have to do it? No. The other dining is great. It's included in your pricing, so don't feel pressure to do it.
In fact, our waiter, when we came back the next night for dinner, he was like, "Oh, we missed you guys."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, we went to."
You kind of
Palos."
feel bad. You feel like a traitor almost. Like
You're like avoiding eye contact. You're like, hey, Charlie.
We missed you. You missed this one teaser. They got it, but now you have to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
yeah.
Punishment.
But if you
You're getting the dry pasta tonight.
but because we did miss the Golden Mickey show, we thought it was a good time to go to the gift shop because no one was in there.
No one was there. It was the perfect time to go shopping. And it was also really nice, too, because we got to talk to the cast members and ask them about the boat, about the ship, and ask them, like, about other, like, vacations and stuff to take on cruise lines and all that. And so it was really nice, and we actually ended up doing a lot of shopping and buying things on the ship, too.
Not crazy.
I think a little bit
We
more
dropped $10,000 worth for T-shirts alone.
I would say we spent a normal amount you would for a Disney vacation.
Right. So that was really nice, and just being able to shop without a bunch of kids running around. Hey, I love kids, but you're also on a ship that's swaying, and people are just kind of swaying with it.
Yeah, a lot of kids run into you.
Yeah, so when you do go, be prepared for that.
So what other activities besides, the stage shows were there on the boat?
So there's a huge itinerary, so on the app is, your lifeline of, activities, and so they'll do a ton of trivias, even, non-Disney trivia, 80s music, 70s music.
Marvel.
Yeah. And then they'll have musicians,
They'll have karaoke.
Karaoke. Yeah, just different options for you.
They had a cooking class one morning.
Yeah.
I love that.
Sounds fun.
We learned how to make lobster ravioli.
Yeah, so one of the chefs came and...
You got to eat it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
Like,
hoping,
they
you
brought
made
it
this
out
wonderful
with-
meal,
Yeah,
and now we're going to give it to someone else.
No, they...
Thank you for prepping our meals. That's why they said don't eat the pasta.
So you don't actually do the cooking. You just watch someone do the cooking,
And
but...
they give you the recipe.
They give you the recipe, and we had a taste of the ravioli. They also offered some alcohol.
Some wine.
Some wine,
Yeah.
yeah. So if that's
This
it's
is like,
a free wine
Yeah.
tasting if you're into
This
that.
is
Yeah.
this is the best wine that would pair with
Yeah.
the ravioli. And so I was like, okay.
So that was really good. We did Disney trivia, which
We won.
We won.
Hey, did you guys win a prize?
Yeah.
Yeah, we won. I don't know, this blue
Scarf
neck
thing.
guard or
It's one of those ones that you wet and then you put it on
Like a
and it keeps
gator?
you cold.
Yeah, it's like a gator.
It's almost
yeah.
like free swag that you get at an expo or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only got one question wrong.
Yeah, one question wrong.
What was it?
So the question was, what century was the Sleeping Beauty castle built? And your option was 13th, 14th, 15th, or 16th century. We guessed 15th.
Yeah, I think it was actually 14.
It was 14th
That was my gut
century.
when you gave the option. I was like, I'll go 14.
So everyone got a lot of people got that one wrong, and then the main one that a lot of people got wrong was what musician sung the ending credit song for Beat the Robinson.
Oh.
And people guessed Miley Cyrus, but I knew it was Jonas Brothers.
Jonas Brothers, yep.
And so we won.
So we won.
That's what made us
So that
win.
was fun. That we got to win.
You should have shouted I knew this because I do a podcast. I do the Matterhorn Yodelers.
You should all subscribe.
Yeah, and then we did another, it was Mouseketeer trivia thing.
It was
and it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire,
Right.
but Disney.
So you had option of ask the audience, and then you had 50-50.
And I my lucky number got called, and so I got to go on it, and, you get 5 questions, and I won.
Yeah.
Though the host was very,
Helpful
with the hints.
Yeah.
My last question was about a Touchstone film that I was very clueless.
Oh, so very much like our prior episode
Yes.
where this Touchstone film, which nobody has really seen.
Well,
Yeah.
these cards were made in the 90s.
Yeah, so, but that I won, that was a nice prize. I got like a Mickey Mouse like nice luggage tag.
Another thing that they offered is they always had a movie on in one of the theaters, and so we actually got to watch Doctor Strange on the ship as well.
I was gonna ask if that was an option because I heard that they do movie premieres on the boat.
Yeah, so if a new Disney movie's out, it will be on the ship.
Yeah, and so they also had like Turning Red. They had.
It's playing like 24/7.
All the basic Disney movies, animated movies.
So if you wake up at 3:00 in the morning, you can jump into the theater and watch whatever movie's playing.
Yeah, and you do also have the option to watch like the classic Disney movies in your stateroom.
Yeah, it's all on demand.
Yeah,
and they also have TV channels. Believe it or not, they have like ESPN. They also have like
HGTV,
ABC. Yeah, and so it's just like. If you just want to relax in your room, you can just watch some TV or a Disney movie.
The service was not like great.
It was not 100%.
We watched like the home channel, and it kept on like switching episodes on us.
Yeah,
we're like, oh, okay, we're on a different show.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys went to Castaway Cay, right?
Yeah. So we went to NASA and Castaway Cay. So NASA was our second day. We booked an excursion
to Blue Lagoon.
To Blue Lagoon. It was
is this like Disney owned?
No,
this one isn't. No.
It's third party. So basically, we meet up in the movie theater.
They take us off the boat.
They put us in the groups.
With the excursions, Disney really takes care of you, and like there's really no stress of like, what do I do? Where do I need to go? Like they hold your hand basically to there.
So we got into groups. We left in the different groups. We all basically in line. We got checked in. We went to their
boat transportation
boat. They took us there. They reiterated the time they're picking us up like 5-6 different times, and they also had it like written down on a sign.
Yeah, I've been told that if you don't come back in time, they will leave without you.
So.
Unless the Disney excursion is running late due to their fault, they won't leave without you.
Right. But yeah, they almost quite literally hold your hand too when you're getting off the boat.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't fall off.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
Yeah. So it was really fun. That's also where you go to do like animal encounters and stuff like that. We didn't do that. It was just like a beach day for us.
But you were allowed to just kind of go all over the island, wherever you wanted to go.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of events and stuff to do there, like tours and whatnot. But we didn't really do anything. We just kind of hung out at the beach, swam. We walked around, explored the different animal excursion areas, saw some dolphins. And they fed us there, just like burgers, hot dogs,
rice,
barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
It was yummy.
Yeah.
They had some really yummy juices there too that you can get. And so they give you like a meal ticket, and that's what allows you to get it. And
we were done like an hour before the boat left, and so we just kind of found a chair and just like laid down and waited for the boat to come, and then we left and got on the boat, and
there was definitely a lot more to do at Castaway Cay, I felt like.
Yeah.
It was beautiful at Blue Lagoon, though.
Yeah, Blue Lagoon
the water was
good.
Pretty calm.
But you don't have to do an excursion that day, or if you want to just, like, get off the boat, check out the Bahamas for, like, an hour, and then get back on, like, there's plenty to do on this ship.
That's what I've been told, is that sometimes the best day to do stuff on the boat is on the excursion days, because everyone likes to jump ship at that point.
Like, if we could do it again, I think we would go do the chocolate excursion for like an hour or two, and then we could just come back on the boat and do a bunch of stuff on the boat.
Yeah.
Because, again, there's more stuff to do on the boat than you have time for.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're not going to do everything.
Yeah.
It's like they do that on purpose.
Yeah,
it's like we have to go again and experience more of it.
Castaway Cays was
Good job, Bob.
Actually, that would be an Eisner thing.
That was Eisner?
That was Eisner.
Castaway Cays was super fun. We first went to the adult beach, which the adult beach is not a great beach, I would say.
The water is very choppy.
Choppy, it's cold.
It's not clear.
There was a shark.
He was eating people. It's really awkward.
I was like, oh, this water has blood in it.
The
Whale carcass.
The one benefit to the adult beach is that it was quiet.
Yeah. It was like you felt weird talking loud.
It was there was a reverence.
Yeah.
It's like, no one desecrate this sacred time we have right now.
And so we sat at the beach for an hour or two.
An hour or two, yeah.
And then we went and got the bikes. We rented bikes.
Yeah, they had like a bike station there, and we had like pre-rented the bikes.
So you went on the airport runway.
Yep, we did like the bike path there, and then instead of taking the shuttle back to the other.
Yeah, we went to the Outlook Tower
Yeah.
before that too. So it's just an Outlook Tower. You get up on top, you can see the whole island from on top of there. So that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie didn't feel like climbing up there,
No.
but I did. And I took a picture of her waving. Yeah, but so you can see the boat, and you can see the ocean and the island and everything. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
And then we biked to the other beach.
Yeah, and so instead of taking the shuttle back, we decided just to bike to the other beach and drop off the bike over at their bike rental place. And I thought that was an efficient way to do it.
Right.
And it was super fun. That was one of my favorite things to do on the island was the bikes.
Yeah.
And then we went to the family island, or the family beach area, which was super crowded.
I would imagine. Yeah.
We had lunch
yeah.
over there.
Barbecue, so they had like sausage, chicken, hamburgers. They had brisket sandwiches.
Were they like mom
Cookies.
burgers or were they like Disney burgers?
Disney burgers.
Yeah, it was still yummy. I
Yeah,
liked it.
it was good food.
And then of course they had the ice cream machine out there too.
Yeah.
That was like the best thing about the cruise. Get as much ice cream as you want.
Lieutenant Dan, they got ice cream. All you can eat.
So the water was a lot more calm at the family beach.
Oh, yeah.
It was clear.
It's a lot more enjoyable.
And you could see the little fishies.
Yeah.
And that's when we got the tubes.
Yeah, we got tubes.
And we floated out there, and a little crabby was trying to attack me.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
really...
It
It was a little
I
tiny crab.
choose you.
Get away, crab! So that was fun.
Yeah.
So
So after we weren't on the beach all day, we decided to go back on the...
we just did like a half day.
Yeah,
We were
it was
pretty
just
tired.
really hot, and I think I was just like heat exhausted, and so...
Yeah, we went back to the room. We took a nap, which was
Yeah.
a luxury. I woke up before Jackie, and Jackie was just like, just go have fun.
Yeah.
And so I went up on my own, and I went and did
That's the boys have fun now.
I went on a spa day. I went in the sauna. I went in the special showers. So the showers and at the spa, they're all supposed to replicate rain from different regions of the world.
Okay.
And so when did like a tropical
So
rainforest.
when you get to the rainforest, did they release the mosquitoes on you?
And
I don't like this shower. It's like the Beverly soda. Why? Why would you do such a thing?
and then I went and did the hot tub, and this lovely British couple decided, oh, can we join you? I was like, sure. And they sat there and like, oh, we were just on a visit here, and we have family in Orlando. And they talked about like the cruises they did, and just like it was fun. It was just
It's
like
a great way to meet people.
just
and-
random people from across the pond that were just like, oh, we're just gonna talk to you for the next half hour.
That's the one thing that like is always fascinating about cruise culture is it's just like everyone's super friendly with one another, and just
Right.
you make a lot of new friends doing that.
Yeah, and I got done with the spa, fully rested, and I got myself some pizza.
And ice cream.
And a Coke. And an ice cream. Sat in the adult area in the quiet and watched the ocean waves. And I went back to the room, and Jackie had ordered room service.
More pizza and
More
ice
pizza.
cream.
Oh, the
and,
pizza was terrible, though, at room service.
Don't get the pizza from room service. It's different.
It's not good.
And we got...
What's the closest, like the good pizza, what's the closest pizza that you can associate it with?
Oh, gosh. It's not like Domino's or Pizza Hut. It's like handmade.
school level, like elementary school
Did you ask
pizza.
for the extra burnt pieces that had the most flavor?
It was like soggy school's pizza.
Oh, the pizza you got with room service.
Yeah.
The other pizza...
I want to know that, like, Mark kept eating pizza. I want to know what you could associate that pizza
So,
with.
like, they had, like, a couple of different flavors. They had, like, just regular cheese. They had just regular pepperoni. But they also had, like, barbecue chicken. They had, buffalo. And so, it was really good. It's like if you made homemade pizza at home.
It's like a mod pizza kind of oven bake, maybe.
They're not big slices, and so it's just like you're able to sample. I wish I would have tried like the sandwich shop and like the burger shop just to see how they were like as well.
Because they had a pizza sandwich with ice cream.
But the room service food was just okay.
I wouldn't. So the only way you can get a Mickey premium bar is through room service, which, by the way, room service is free.
Yeah.
But not the tip.
But not the tip. You just have to have money for a tip. And they come in and they set it up for you in your room.
Mm-hmm.
They're setting up like the Mickey bar.
No,
It's like at the white.
Seriously.
They're like, here's the little
Seriously,
silverware.
they
And
do
you're like,
with the
it's a
Mickey bar.
popsicle stick. Why do I need 4 forks?
Like,
Come
it was-
on now.
They had it in this fancy bowl, and it's just
Yeah.
like they give you napkins and everything. And so
That was one thing, like, I feel like you don't feel pressure to do room service because it was meh.
yeah,
I had to wait like an hour for it too, so it was just like
It was just quicker just to go
it was quicker just to go
like
upstairs.
it would have been like it would have been better if Jackie had messaged me. He's like, "Hey, can you bring me some pizza?
Right.
Yeah,
Or meet me up there."
yeah.
And we could have gotten some pizza, but yeah.
That night was also pirate night, so
Oh, yeah.
it was a specialty menu, like pirate team menu kind of food at the main thing.
So we actually ate at Animator's Palette
which I think is the best place to eat
for
at
Pirate Night.
Pirate night
Because they had like concept art of Pirates of the Caribbean, Peter Pan, and also the Pirates of the Caribbean rides, as
Treasure
well as
Planet.
Treasure Planet and Tom Sawyer Island.
It was just cool.
And it's just like you're eating this pirate food, and that's the night that I had the tuna tower, and just like you're just there, you're enjoying the artwork and everything, and all the waiters are acting like pirates.
Mm-hmm.
That's super fun. And then
We saw the fireworks.
yeah,
They have fireworks?
They
Yeah,
do.
They have
they
fireworks.
Fireworks, and like
Do they play
honest-
Wishes while they shoot out the fireworks?
No, it's pirate
It
themed
was-
fireworks.
they played the Pirate of the Caribbean theme, and it's like they go off and it's so close to the boat.
Yeah, there's really no bad spot to watch it. I mean, unless you're like hiding away.
In the teenager room.
Yeah.
Don't provoke
Teenagers
that.
go lock in the back corner. It is a
I
short.
mean, we were just like where the pool was because they like closed the pool off and you can stand on it. And we were there, and then you can also go on the upper deck and watch it. It was really great.
It was a short show, but it was really good. Like, yeah, it was. I really enjoyed it. And then after they opened up the cabana buffet, and this is one of our regrets. We shouldn't have eaten so much at dinner. We also had a later dinner at
Yeah,
8:15.
we had a late dinner rotation.
And this is they opened up the buffet at 10:00, and it's like we were still stuffed from dinner, and they had a bunch of unique food.
Oh, they had so much good
They
looking
had a
food.
lot of seafood. They had like taco bar. They had a lot of wonderful desserts. So we did grab a bunch of like little desserts to try. But it's just like, man, I would have wanted to like hold off on eating and been hungry for that
You only
because
know.
yeah, if I only
So what do
knew-
they call this? Like, is it, what do they call it? So that people can look for it when they go on the cruise. Like,
Oh.
This is
buffet.
Pirate Night.
Yeah, it's just right after the fireworks.
So
they open up the
whatever-
buffet
whatever
for like,
Whatever theme they're having on the cruise,
and
they'll have
it's
specialty
a short
food for it.
buffet, so they only keep
It's
it
only a
open
half
for
hour.
like half hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah. So it's just like, I mean, there was a lot of good food
Oh,
there.
and they like carved the melons
Oh,
like
that's right.
pirate guys, like
pirate characters and stuff. It
Yeah.
was just like looked so good.
yeah, it was really cool.
Oh
looking.
man, it's just like we should have taken more pictures there.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, so that was really fun. And then Mark, I got him to go on the karaoke stage.
Oh, yeah.
And
What'd you sing?
Hooked on a Feeling.
Hooked on a Feeling.
And I was, like, everybody was, like, before me, where they were just singing and they weren't doing anything fun with it. And so I got up there and I hammed it up.
Oh, yeah.
Hooked on a feeling
Oh,
for you, Jackie, baby.
I have
Oh,
it on
yeah.
video, yeah. It was
That's
Giving her
great.
heart signals and just
Yeah.
like...
did the crowd respond? Were they
Oh,
singing?
yeah, the
yeah.
crowd loved. I mean, there wasn't many people in there.
If you're doing karaoke, you gotta ham it up.
And
So, I became a little mini celebrity.
the following day, people recognized him and they go, "Oh, you were at karaoke. You were the best one." And I
How
was like,
wasted were you?
It's like I was not.
And they're like, "Oh,
I'm just that
you're that. No, that's you."
That's you
So-
normal.
The most awkward point was when we were in the sauna, and this guy
Oh,
comes
yeah.
up to me. He's like, "Were you that guy last night?" It's
yeah,
like,
we're in the sauna, just like quiet, sweating.
It's just like, you did a good job.
And then the other people next to him were just like, thumbs
Yeah.
up. And I'm like, "You're famous,
I'm
Mark."
famous. So, yeah.
Cruise ship famous.
Yep.
If you're gonna do karaoke, you gotta ham it up.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Our last day, full day, was day at sea.
Mhm.
And this was one of our regrets. We pushed a lot to that day
Yeah.
to do.
How were you guys feeling energy-wise?
We were fine energy-wise.
You getting good sleep on there?
Yeah, it was
So,
good sleep.
I think we forgot to mention the bed was so soft and so comfortable.
Oh, it's like sleeping on a cloud.
And, like, the ship is rocking you to sleep. It is, like, the best sleep I've ever gotten on, like, a vacation like that.
Yeah.
Like, I woke up early. Like, I would wake
Yeah.
up at 7 o'clock in the morning, ready to go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Wow,
Yeah.
that sounds great right now.
Yeah, I was saying that's sleeping in for me.
I was
7
like,
o'clock.
Sleep sounds amazing.
Yeah, I even looked online to see if I could get the same sheets and, like, bedding there, because it was so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one of the regrets. Like, we pushed a lot off on that day that, like, we only had so much time. So we did, like, the aqueduct,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which was really fun. We only got to do that once, and we wish we did it.
Is it a slide?
Yeah, so it's like
It's like a water coaster.
yeah, it's a water coaster, but then at the end, it's like almost like a lazy river kind of feel, like the clear tube part, and you're just like, get to see the ocean and all around you, and then you stop, and it's super fun.
Yeah. And the wait was not long at all either for it. And
No.
so it's just like, we should have done that a lot more.
We watched Doctor Strange. We did the Muppet Mystery.
Yeah, how was that? I heard that's really cool.
That one's really fun, and if you were to do it, for all of our listeners, I recommend doing that on your first day. Because it's a great way to get you
Familiar
with the boat.
You go all throughout the boat, and not
Everywhere.
just like the public areas, but you go and because you have to find like Pepe's room. You have to find these cork boards that define like clues and stuff.
And it's also something that you could do throughout your ship, like your trip.
Like you have like a code card that you hold up, and it keeps track of your progress.
So like you can like do it for like an hour, do something else, and come back another day and do it.
Right.
Absolutely.
But like you could tell they made it so that way you walk around the boat and you get to know the whole area. And it's cool too because it's just like these augmented reality pictures that you hold up the code to, and then you move it to interact with it as well. So it was a lot more fun than I expected, but it was just also just like, okay, we got to go to this picture next. Well, we got to go here next. Oh, we got to find Pepe's room. So that was a lot of fun. And so, and they don't just have the Muppets either. They have like 2 other mysteries you can solve as well. So you can get down with one, you could do the other ones.
Yeah.
I heard the Muppet one was the good one though.
It was really fun.
Yeah, that one's really fun. And then there's always, like, character meets, like, lots of character meetups and stuff with, like, photographers. The only thing is, like, we didn't purchase a photo pass or anything before because it was a little pricey for, like...
What's
Just
pricey?
us.
It was, like, anywhere from like 200 to 400.
Whoa.
And it's not for like unlimited photos. It's like for like 10 photos.
Ooh.
So it's pricey.
That's why I was like, I want to know what pricey is, and boy, is it.
Yeah, it's definitely.
So camera phone's good enough.
But the thing is, the photographers will not touch your phone.
They won't touch your phone. Gotcha.
And so that's kind of something we kind of ran into because, like, we wouldn't mind doing the photos there, but we wanted to both be in the picture, and just with, like, COVID times, we felt awkward asking.
So next time you're bringing a third wheel.
Bring a third wheel or bring, like,
Peter wants to
another
go.
party.
Or have a friend that is just like, they're doing their own thing, but it's like, hey, let's meet up for the character meetup so that way we can take pictures and not spend an exorbitant amount of money on the photo pass.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how expensive it was. And even on the last night, like, the photo area, like, because you have to, like, select what photos you're going to keep and stuff if you have a limited number. And, like, that area was packed on the last night.
Yeah.
There was, like, a line to do it, and it's just like, ugh, it's just such a...
Right.
It's a lot. I was like, I wish they just had it all on the app or, like, online or kind of...
Like they do at the parks.
Yeah.
It's just like, is this connected to your app?
I don't know, I just felt it was a little old-fashioned on the cruise ship, how they handle the photos. But that's how they make their money.
It sounds like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the last night, like, packing was kind of stressful because you didn't have much time to pack.
You had to have your luggage ready by 10 o'clock, and we had an 8:15 dinner.
Yeah.
And so we had to pack a little bit before dinner and then a little bit after, and then we got our luggage out just as they were coming by to pick it up. So,
like, last day, kind of slowly pack.
Yeah.
But, you know, morning of, you have breakfast. The waiters, the
They
morning
rush
of,
you out.
they rush you out. Once they get their tip, you're just like, chop liver.
Yeah.
Could be another magic trick. How about I make you disappear because I'm not serving you anymore?
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And the breakfast was like basically what they would have had at the cabana in the morning
It's
anyway.
very
you just
basic.
order it. This is like, oh, what do you want? It's like, okay, oh, I guess I'll have eggs and bacon and toast. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, can we have some apple juice? Sure.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get off the boat, you go through customs, you have to wait in a long line.
It's really sad and depressing.
It's really sad and depressing. Like, I
Try
honestly...
Mickey and Minnie like dancing for you.
No, none of that.
It's customs. You have $10,000 in cash that you're bringing on board. Any foreign plants?
Like, it was really hard for me, at least, to get off the boat. Like, I got a little emotional because, like, you were just treated so well on the ship.
I want to go on
And then
a
you deal with
Disney
government
cruise.
officials. Next.
Well, they only had, like, 2 guys checking.
Yeah.
It was a long line.
It was a long line, and it's just like it's you're just in like the port, and it's like super depressing looking.
Yeah.
It's like you're in Russia, like
Russia.
Soviet Union.
Somebody's like
Soviet Union. You're like in Soviet Union Russia. It's like it's just concrete walls.
You got the scene from the third Pirates movie.
Yeah.
It was like, yo.
Are we hanging children now to the gallows?
Yeah.
Hoist the colors high.
Yeah.
It's just like we get out. It's just like, okay, I guess we'll go get our rental car and go.
Go back, and that's when we stopped. I met up with a friend.
We went to
the Polynesian. That's when we got,
Best resort.
pulled pork nachos.
Best dish.
Really good.
I'm glad it's still there after like the 10 years ago.
Mark,
when
I
there.
introduced Mark to it. I was like, is it worth the hype?
It's pretty good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And it's so simple. You look at it and you're like, really, let's see what these are about. And you're like, it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
And then we got on the plane and left home, and so it was just like, we wish we kind of did a little, like, a park
We wish
day.
we went to a park after.
Did one day just to kind of get the taste of customs out of your mouth.
Because it's just like, it's super sad.
Yeah, you're just
It's just
really
like,
sad that it's
Goodbye,
over.
ship. We had fun.
So going forward, the next time you want to do this, it's you'll do the cruise first,
Yeah.
and then you do a day at the parks.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it felt like your heart
It was just like,
was gone.
it just felt weird. You're like, okay, you're done. And you're like, wait, where am I?
What do I do?
We're
I'm
not
lost.
in Kansas anymore.
Where does my napkin go?
Who's gonna put my napkin on my lap?
Where's my chocolate on my
There's some
pillow?
homeless guy like, I'll do it for you. And you're like, ah!
And it's just like, when we got home, we're like, wait, who's gonna do towel animals for us?
Oh, I think we forgot to mention earlier.
Yeah.
Each night before we came in, they would have like a towel animal for us with chocolates, and so they did like a crab.
Yeah.
They did like a rabbit. They did like an alligator once. Oh,
Yeah. It's fun. Disney cruises are expensive.
They're the high end of cruise lines.
They're high end,
Yeah.
but honestly, worth it.
worth it.
I don't regret it. Like,
think-
spending that money.
Are you worried about going on a non-Disney cruise?
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, they're only catching on fire right
Well,
now.
yeah, like when I saw the one cruise catching on fire, I go, okay, not going on a carnival. And the thing was, like, Disney maintains their boat well because you constantly see them painting the boats, checking on the boat,
Like
doing drills
yeah,
on the
Castaway Key.
boat.
They're washing the windows on the side.
And when you bring the Disney cruise ship to the other ones when we were at NASA, the other ships look like trash compared to Disney.
Yeah. This is like there's a little bit of magic there with the Disney.
You definitely
ships.
pay for your quality.
And it's just
Yes.
like it's just like what other ship is gonna have Mickey on the back of the boat painting, like a
That's
little
cute.
statue of him there.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, it's just magical. And then when they do the horn, it's like it's when you wish upon us. Except it's like
Oh, yeah.
brr, 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 brr. It's just like, oh, my heart. It was just an amazing experience, and it's just like
We're hooked.
we're hooked.
That's what I hear. It's basically like you get off the boat and you're like, all right, when's our next cruise?
Yeah, and it's tempting because they offer you this, like,
Package.
It's like 15% off your next cruise if
cruise
you book it on
if
this
you
cruise
book
ship.
it right now on the ship.
Oh, yeah. That's how they totally get you.
It's just like, oh, it was tempting.
It was tempting, but we're like, no, let's take off our Disney
We
goggles
need
for
to
a
wait a couple
second.
years before we do
No.
another cruise. We need, yeah.
We'll
So-
wait a couple of years, but
Unless some
yeah.
other yodelers want to go on a cruise, maybe we'll go with you.
I'm not opposed to it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
definitely.
You guys have been
in the
talking about it
cards.
for
But
years.
definitely, like, a new goal now on my bucket list is to go on every ship.
I mean,
of Disney.
I mean, we weren't talking about going to Florida. We were doing a California.
That's
cruise,
our.
so.
I think our next one will be a
Right. We
California
want to go out
one.
to San Diego,
Yeah.
and we'd be more than willing to do like a longer cruise too.
Yeah, we did.
You wanna do
Oh, really? Gonna twist your arm to do that?
We'd be
Yeah.
willing to.
We did it for night, and we felt like there wasn't enough time. So I know they do like a 2 or 3 day cruise, and I'm like, how? There's
How?
not enough time.
It's just like if you've already been on a cruise and you want to go on a quick one,
Yeah.
A little quickie. Yeah.
yeah.
So
But it was worth it, and again, we saved up to do it, and to do it, so it was definitely worth it. The extra effort, and also going through a travel agent to do it, because that took out a lot of the stress from it, and it was just a magical trip, and it's just definitely like it's up there with the parks of going on. It's just so much to do.
yeah.
It's like we couldn't do everything, even though we wanted to.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, that sounds great. Well, thank you for sharing us about your little adventure, and we look forward to having more discussions like this in the future.
How about you tell us about your trip here?
My trip. My trip. Maybe another episode. We might talk about my trip that I recently went on. So, but please follow us on all our social medias. Let us know. What are your thoughts? Are you interested in going on a Disney cruise? Or if you have gone on a Disney cruise, what is a suggestive tip for anyone who might be thinking about going? So you can follow us on any of our social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can email us at matterhornyodelers@gmail.com. And until next time, auf Wiedersehen. Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of the Matterhorn Yodelers. Please remember, before your bobsled comes to a complete stop, to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And remember...
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.